Hi everyone, welcome to another Skyrim mod feature, episode 48. First up in this video, we're going to take a look at the Revamped Alchemy Lab HD. What this mod does is it completely renovates the alchemy table with higher resolution textures and better meshes. What you'll see here is that the effects that play across the top of the table have been enhanced, and the equipment at the back looks of an exceptionally high quality. The liquid in the vessels looks like it's moving, and that you really are concocting some sort of magical elixir. In these before and after shots, you'll see just how much of an improvement this mod makes over the vanilla textures, and pay special attention to the equipment at the back of the table, as you'll see the glassware transforms from this dull opaque glass to something quite special. As always, there's a link provided for this mod in the description below, and I really do recommend you try it out for yourself. It really is a great mod, especially if you are one of those people that uses alchemy a lot. This will give you a far better experience, in my opinion, when using the alchemy table. Next, we're going to take a look at Ice HD. Now, I mentioned this mod in episode 47 when we were taking a look at this mod author's retexture for the mammoth skull and ribcage. What the mod offers is new 2K textures for the ice caps found most commonly in the northern part of Skyrim. This new texture for the ice caps is quite calm, and by that I mean it doesn't shine, it doesn't shimmer, and it doesn't really stand out, but it does offer some really nice definition on the ice and gives them a really rugged effect. I have found with quite a few of the textures for ice caps that they are a little bit too shiny and glittery, and this one just calms things down and gives you quite a nice picturesque effect. I'll mention it again like I do with all texture mods that I show, or at least I try to, that it's always down to personal preference. Everyone prefers something different in their own game, and for me actually this is an improvement over what I was currently using, and it's actually going to be staying on throughout the course of my Skyrim playthrough that I'm currently doing. Again, it's down to personal preference, and I do recommend that you try this mod out for yourself, especially if you're liking what you see in the video. As always, there's a link down in the description below, and remember to endorse the mod if you use. Next, I want to share with you a great little texture mod that I found while browsing the recent files on Nexus not too long ago, and it's called Advanced Rocks Vanilla. Now, as you can probably tell, this is a new texture for the rocks and mountains found across Skyrim. But what's different about this mod is, at least in my opinion and in my experience of using the mod for a brief period of time, is that it actually can improve performance, because these textures are pretty much vanilla 1K textures, but they've been enhanced to make them appear near enough 2K, and they really are quite striking in game. And if you do suffer from using high resolution textures, especially in the open world space, then this may be a mod you want to consider, at least where the mountains and rocks are concerned. Now, to say that this mod increases performance is not completely accurate, because what I'm doing here is I'm replacing a high resolution texture with a lower one. But as you'll see in the video, these new textures look nearly as good, if not better, than some of the high resolution textures out there. So by using this mod, you are actually increasing the performance of your own game, unless obviously you currently use all vanilla settings. It's a good little mod to try out if you are struggling in performance in the world space. I know many people play with under 60 frames per second, as little as 30 or 25, and are very happy with their game. Though for me, I do like to play at least from 50 to 60 frames per second while browsing Skyrim, and so this may be a mod that you want to try out if you try to keep to a similar vein as me. Again, I will stipulate that it's down to personal preference, but if you like what you see in the video, then I definitely recommend you try the mod out. So now onto some weapon and armor mods, and first we have Liliths Eye of Chaos. This mod adds a brand new shield to the game, which is of quite large proportions. There is a medium version of it as well if you prefer your shield not to be too big, and there are 2 versions of this shield because it can be upgraded. With the upgraded version, which you can acquire at the forge when you've crafted the base version, you'll get darker textures and a gem will appear in the centre of the shield where you see that diamond formation. The shields themselves are classed as heavy armour, and they're 2 to 3 points above that of the Daedric shield. The only real difference between the upgraded version and the base version is that the upgraded one has 1 point more in defense, so really it's an aesthetic change rather than one that upgrades the shield to perform better in combat. It's a really nicely worked shield which is best used for quite a heavy character. Its overwhelming size does suggest that you'll need someone very strong to be able to wield it, but it does also suggest it will cause a lot of pain to the enemy when striking them or bashing them over the head with it. Next, I quickly want to show you the Crescent axe. Now this mod adds a brand new axe to the game, which is available in one-handed and two-handed. Both the versions of the axe can be crafted at the forge underneath the steel section, and they are slightly more powerful than the normal steel battle axe or war axe. I'm a real big fan of using axes in the game, and you'll see this reflected in Dervahl's Tale at a later stage. And yes, I am still making that single player let's play, but that is currently on hold due to time restrictions, but the next episode should be up after the end of the weekend coming. And on that note, this well may be the axe that Dervahl decides to use in his current quest for revenge. It really is a nice little axe mod. I'm not sure yet whether I'll be using the one-handed or the two-handed version. I'm leaning a little bit more towards the two-handed, but we'll see how things develop in the next couple of weeks. And last up in this episode, we're going to take a look at the simple Thane outfit. And what this mod does is exactly what it says in the title. It provides you with a simple Thane outfit, of which there are several variations, and it really does help you fit in with the people of a hold, while looking slightly more important than them, but not too important as to outshine the Jarl. The outfits unfortunately are only available for male characters, which is a little bit of a shame, but they do still look really good in game and offer a nice simple effect. These outfits are actually a part of one of the mod author's other mods, in which they use some of the vanilla armors, mash them up and create new unique looking ones, and I'll provide a link to that mod in the description below as well. So that's it, that brings me to the end of episode 48 of another Skyrim mod feature. If you've liked any of the mods that I've shown in this video, please do head to the links in the description below, and remember to endorse the mods if you use them. I am also working currently on episode 49 of this series, and hopefully that'll be out towards the end of the week. I've got a couple of other mod showcases to release in that time as well for Skyrim and The Witcher 3, and I will be moving back into Fallout New Vegas at some point as well. And on that note, there's actually some really great mods coming out for that game soon, some complete overhauls that just make the game look absolutely fantastic all over again, and I'll definitely have to try some of those out for my next playthrough. So as always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.